will meet with a variety of faculty, staff, and students to discuss all things Arkansas State University. Live from the ASU-TV studios in the School of Media and Journalism, this is A-State Connections.
And hello, everyone. Welcome to A-State Connections on ASU-TV. I'm Jonathan Reaves, an academic advisor at Arkansas State University. Well, student organizations are a vital part of the student experience at Arkansas State. And here in the School of Media and Journalism, students are encouraged to get involved in Red Wolf Radio and ASU-TV. Well, today I'm going to be talking with the co-station managers of ASU-TV, Colby Thompson and Tristan Harlan. They're going to be in the second segment of the show, but we're going to start off in this first segment talking to Zoe Mathis, who's the station manager of Red Wolf Radio. And Zoe, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you for inviting me.
So tell us a bit about yourself, where you're from.
I'm Zoe. I'm from Forest City. I'm a junior transfer student here at A-State. I graduated high school last May as valedictorian of my class, and I graduated from East Arkansas Community College this May, also as valedictorian of my class.
Very good.
At my time at East Arkansas Community College, I was presented with the Academic All-Star Award. So one student from each community college in the state is selected, so I'm one of 22. And through that award, I was presented with a full tuition and fees covered scholarship here at A-State. So it just felt like the best fit for me.
That's fantastic, and we're glad that you're here as well. So tell us about your major and what it is that really intrigued you about coming to Arkansas State.
So this past December, I was invited on a tour of the communications department, and I talked with Miss Rachel Freeze and Mr. Matt, and I just kind of fell in love with the atmosphere here.
Mm-hmm. And so here, I know one of the things that we'd said is it's important for people to get involved, and you didn't waste any time. You just kind of jumped right in.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about Red Wolf Radio, and just kind of tell us about that and how you learned about Red Wolf Radio.
So college isn't cheap, so I knew I needed a job.
Yeah.
So while looking through the job listings, I saw the listing for Red Wolf Radio, and I'm just like, wow, that sounds like so much fun. I'm a very creative person, so I wanted something that I would be able to pour my heart into. And although I have no prior radio experience, Mr. Perkins said that I had seemed like I had the most passion for the project.
Yeah, and that's one of the things is that we want to get as many students involved in the programs like Red Wolf Radio. So for what are some of the things that you're doing right now as being station manager for Red Wolf Radio? What are some of your responsibilities and things you're doing?
So I am in charge of getting volunteers involved. I run the social media. I basically do everything.
Right. I know I heard you talking off air, talking about, some show ideas and shows and loading music and doing all that stuff. So I know it's a constant thing for you to be able to keep working on with Red Wolf Radio.
Yes, sir.
So tell us about what are some of the shows that are airing, or what are some ideas that you have for future shows?
So currently we have 80s at 8 and 90s at 9. And I think at 10 we have sleep stories.
Mm-hmm.
Currently I have some students who want to get involved. I know I have someone who wants to do Afrobeats, which is African American music.
Fantastic.
A lot of people want to do different things with their culture. I have a girl who's interested in doing a podcast on art, agriculture. So I'm really excited to have all these diverse and interesting things on the air.
It's going to be great, to be able to have that. I really love the different, and that's the thing that's great about Red Wolf Radio, because you have the opportunity to have different genres, to have different shows and all that out there.
Exactly.
So that's fantastic.
I currently have a personal project that I'm working on. If you've ever looked on YouTube at the lo-fi streams, I want to have one for Red Wolf Radio, just,
Yeah, of course, absolutely. So what are some of the things that you're doing to try to get students to know, first of all, know that Red Wolf Radio is here and that they can get involved in it, and just kind of recruiting them and saying, hey, come on board. We would love to have you on the air. What are some of the things that you're doing?
So I've been present at A-State events, with the ASU-TV.
Mm-hmm.
And currently I have a form on Instagram which you can fill out for a chance to win a $25 gift card I'm trying to get students to let me know what kind of music taste they like. We're in the process of redefining what Red Wolf Radio is, and a lot of our things are outdated. So this forum is going to help me be able to update us.
And so what would you like to see as the semester, kind of your goals for the semester and the year as to where you would like to see Red Wolf Radio as it continues?
I just want to build a community for everyone. I want everyone to be able to see themselves on the station. We have such a diverse campus, and I've got in contact with some organizations that I want to be on the air. I want everyone to be able to see themselves.
Right. And why should students be involved in Red Wolf Radio?
It's fun, and it looks great on a resume. Volunteer work is awesome. You know, it's such a great experience to be at A-State.
Right. So do you have a show that, I mean, I know you say you're kind of working on one. Have you been on the air yet?
Not yet, but I'm working on it.
You're working on it. You're going to get there for sure. That sounds great. So Zoe, where can people find Red Wolf Radio? How can they listen to Red Wolf Radio?
So you can listen to Red Wolf Radio on the Live 365 app. You can download that on the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store. Super simple to use. We also have it on our website, astateradio.com.
All right, very good. Anything else you'd like to add about this?
If you're interested in volunteering, please feel free to contact me or Mr. Galen Perkins. You can get in contact with me on our Instagram, Red Wolf Radio.
And I think what is really cool about this is that there are some people, when they hear about this, they think that they have to have a broadcasting degree or they have to go into creative media production or whatever. But this is open to everyone. Is that right?
Yes. All majors are welcome. You don't need any experience. We want everyone to be able to do what speaks to their heart. So if you're just interested in DJing, you can get on the air and do that. If you're interested in having a podcast, we'd love to have you. Or even just showing off your niche music taste. You know, whatever speaks to you.
I definitely like listening to that. I know that Galen and Mr. Perkins and several others who says they're kind of doing prep and all that. They'll listen to Red Wolf Radio and all that. It's just a lot of fun to be able to listen to that. And I'm glad you came on ASU-TV here today to talk about it. So thank you very much. And also thank you for coming to Arkansas State. We definitely enjoy having you there. Now, you're a Strat Comm major. Mm-hmm. So is it, with being in Red Wolf Radio and all that stuff, what do you want to do, kind of post-college, Strat Comm degree, those kinds of things? What kind of your plans that you have?
I think I want to be a social media manager. I've done that a lot here at A-State. That's what I do with Red Wolf Radio, and I'm part of the ad club here, so that's what I do there too. It's just something that I've always enjoyed. I love building communities.
Yeah, social media, I know that has to be a real challenge because there's so many platforms that are out there. And
yes.
So how do you pick a platform that you would be able to use for social media management?
So currently for these programs at A-State, Instagram seems like the best platform because it's a little newer than Facebook, and it seems like most students here at A-State have an account. It's easier to reach everyone.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you. Appreciate you for being here today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Very good. So that is Zoe Mathis, who's been joining us here today, the station manager for Red Wolf Radio. When we come back, we're going to be talking to Colby Thompson and Tristan Harlan with ASU-TV. We'll do that after this break. This is A-State Connections.
I think one of the things I learned at Arkansas State was life is 10% of what happens to you, 90% of how you respond to it, and that's just something that I live by.
A-State is home, and they're going to treat you like you're a part of the family.
Red Wolf Radio is a student-led organization at Arkansas State University wanting to hear your takes on pop culture, music, the news, and college life. just about anything you can think of. Located in the Education and Communications building on campus, we are always looking for more volunteers. So if you're an Arkansas State University student, no matter the major, and this is something that interests you, shoot us an email at redwolfradio@astate.edu. That's redwolfradio@astate.edu. Let them hear you howl.
Live from the ASU-TV studios in the School of Media and Journalism, this is A-State Connections.
And welcome back to A-State Connections. I'm Jonathan Reaves, and co-station managers of ASU-TV, Colby Thompson and Tristan Harlan, are here in the second segment of the show. Guys, thanks for joining me. Appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having us, man.
All right, so kind of give us an update on what is taking place with ASU-TV. I know there's a lot that's going on. Let's start, Colby, start with you. Kind of tell us about what's up.
Yeah, so I'm working on a show right now called Walled. This will be our second season of the show. Excited to get to show everyone what we're working on. We're hoping to change up a few things. We've added in some kind of plot elements that we didn't necessarily have before. Maybe bringing back an old character from an old show I worked on called Name of the Game.
Okay.
And we're just trying to really up the ante this time. We'd been letting the clock stop at times during the show, but we're really trying to let the show have more of a high pace to it, so the clock never stops. We're also trying to get in some more controversial subjects. So our first episode of the year is already pro versus anti-gun regulation. So just trying to get some interesting stuff on there.
So I want to ask you both about this. How did the concept, well, first of all, what is Walled, and how did the concept for this start?
Yeah, so Walled is an escape room game show that brings together different people from different backgrounds and beliefs, and basically we put them in a divided escape room. So there's a big old wall in the middle of it, and then they, one side is on one side, so there would be the pro-gun people on one side, the anti-gun people on one side, and there's a wall dividing them, and they have to work together despite there being a wall in their way, and despite, the differences that they have with each other, they have to work together to solve puzzles and games and things like that so that they can work together to break out of the escape room.
Fantastic. And so you're looking for contestants, is that right?
That is exactly right. We are definitely on the hunt for some contestants. If you would like to be on Walled, we have a lot of great concepts coming up, and we would love to have you. Go to ASUTV.com and look for the Walled page on there, and you should be able to find a sign-up link.
Tristan, it's good to see you, as always, my
yeah.
friend. And tell us about some of the shows that you're working on, things that you're doing.
Yeah, so I'm doing Red Wolf Roundtable again this year with my co-host Cooper Melder, and pretty much the synopsis for that show is it's a sports show for everything Arkansas State athletics. In addition to that, I'm also working on ASU-TV Tonight, which is kind of a talk show style similar to this that the former station manager Easton John created last year, and we're trying to continue doing that. And I mean, there's a lot of things I've got my hands in, some that I can't talk about yet because it's still in the planning stages, some that I can talk about, which I've already done. And I think that if everything works according to the plans I've got set in place, that this is probably going to be the most successful year for ASU-TV.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun for sure. And what do y'all like the most about ASU-TV? Tristan, I'm going to start with you, then Colby, follow up with that. What do y'all like most about ASU-TV?
The thing I like most about ASU-TV is that no matter who you are, what major you are in, and what kind of passion you have while on campus of Arkansas State University, you have the sort of platform to do what you want and kind of create what you would like to watch, whether that's sports, game shows, or anything along those lines. I mean, I think in where we are today with everything, kind of everybody wanting to collaborate and work together, whether it's on this show or any other show, that ASU-TV gives people that opportunity, and that's what I love most about it. It's just the inclusivity and how much people can work together.
All right, Colby?
I think for me, I just really enjoy that it just gives me such an opportunity to create shows that I've been wanting to make. I wouldn't have the resources and like the studio space and the volunteer help I would need to create a show if I didn't have the resources that ASU-TV provides. So it's just kind of a fun way for me to get to tap into resources besides myself, because I can't do this all by myself. And so it's just really cool to see or to get to work with so many people to make my dreams a reality.
You know what I really like about the creative media production aspect and what you all are bringing, and of course the students that are running behind the scenes and all the other students that are there, it's like this is an opportunity where students can really get involved and are encouraged to get involved with all of this stuff. So how are you all working in getting more students involved, maybe trying to recruit people to ASU-TV? What are some of the things that you all are doing? Tristan, I'll start with you.
So some of the things that we've kind of done so far this year to get more people involved is we've done an open house where we kind of open up the studio and say, hey, here's the different set pieces that we have, and this is kind of what we do. But, I mean, it kind of definitely started with the rebranding of the website that myself and Colby worked on. I mean, it went from kind of the same old thing for a year and a half to now it's more user-friendly, I would say, that when people come to the website and they want to see how they can get involved, it's more hands-on because, I mean, let's be real, any other university you go to, you're probably waiting to your junior, senior year of college just to get an opportunity just to run a camera. But here at Arkansas State, which I'm forever grateful for, people like you, Mr. Perkins, Mr. Sullivan, really giving people the opportunity no matter what from the get-go.
Yeah, and so Colby, how are you getting people involved?
Yeah, kind of the same things as Tristan. We're working together on that, with the open house. And then, definitely with like my own show and things like that, have like a group chat for everyone in there. And really, it's just I can't shut up about my show. So I pretty much talk about it whenever I get the opportunity to. So people, they meet me and then they figure out I do Wald at some point, and I end up getting them on the show, it seems like.
Well, but that's good, though. And besides Wald and that, and I know that you were talking about ASU-TV tonight, and, of course, Red Wolf Roundtable and all the other things that are going on there. Is there any other content that you're looking for that you would like to be able to start? We want to talk about that?
I mean, I would say I'm never going to say no to content. I mean, as station manager that kind of does everything. Content's kind of my biggest thing, content and consistency. So if anybody that is running the cameras or in the control room or watching this right now, if you have a show idea, if you want to get involved with the show or create your own show, no matter what it is, please, and I cannot stress this enough, please reach out because we would love to get it on air. We would love to get the content because, I mean, like I said, I will never say no to new content.
Sure. Yeah, right. And we just put out a new form on our socials yesterday.
Created by Jacob Osborne.
Jacob Osborne, thank you so much for that. Right. But yeah, if you want, look at the link in our bio on our Instagram. There's like a little Google form so you can fill out, with some new ideas. I think we already got someone interested. They're wanting to make a show about agriculture and things like that, which I think will be really, really interesting if that all pans out.
What's coming up on ASU-TV? Some things that are coming up here right around the corner.
Well, if you can take a look over there, I don't know if we can get a shot of that. We've got some debates coming up pretty soon, which is pretty cool.
Right.
I'm really excited that we're getting to do that, bringing in people from, like actual real politicians from around Jonesboro, and that's going to be really neat. I'm just excited that we're going to be able to serve our community in this way, and provide some political coverage that may have not happened without the station. So
yeah, we just saw a shot of that of kind of the area, which you will be able to see a little bit more when that comes up here in October is when that'll be taking place, right?
Yeah. Same thing with like Colby said, just the debates as well as Red Wolf Roundtable every week.
Yeah.
Consistently getting episodes out there. We do more when it comes to March. We do March Madness shows and stuff like that. We're in the working stages of maybe bringing back the Scare Festival that we did 2 years ago where they make Halloween stuff.
Oh, wow. One of my favorite parts that I want you to bring back is I loved how you all did kind of a Final Four bracket or a March Madness bracket, but it was with Christmas movies.
Yes.
That was absolutely awesome. Y'all got to be able to do, bring that back or in some kind of content or something like that.
Yeah, so that's Mr. Sullivan actually brought that up because, he's a big sports guy.
Yeah, of course.
Love him to death.
Yeah.
And, if that presents itself, that opportunity, or maybe we do it as a whole, as a station, and maybe collaborate with you guys and maybe KSU and the Herald and everybody to do that, that would be really fun to do as well.
Yeah, kind of like the final four of
Right.
all that. So, Colby, I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I'm just saying if I have a bracket, it's just going to be Elf all the way. That's going to be my Christmas movie of choice.
That's gonna be the one thing. So
That doesn't surprise me, though.
So that does add, that does bring up that question about what would be, like the ultimate Christmas movie. Everyone may think of, Christmas Vacation and that. Now, here's one thing. Here's also another debate on that.
Okay.
Die Hard. Christmas
Yes,
movie or not?
yes.
I'm here saying yes, it
Yes.
is. It is a Christmas movie.
I'll put it to you this way: it's a better Christmas movie than A Christmas Story.
So how come we can't have Die Hard air for 24 straight hours?
If you give me the copyright and the legal use of that, I will make sure we run that 24/7.
24/7. That's right.
If the FAA would like to change some of the rules specifically for ASU-TV, it wouldn't hurt our feelings.
Yeah, absolutely. So, where do people watch ASU-TV? How do people get more information about the work that you all are doing with ASU-TV?
So they can, first of all, they can look at our Instagram, ASU-TV Jonesboro, I think is the username, and they could look at that. We also have a 24/7 live stream on YouTube where this is being ran, this show, and the Facebook. So Facebook, YouTube, and I think it's Optimum Channel. What was it, Colby? 18?
Channel 18, yes.
18, thank you.
And also with our YouTube, you can watch any of our shows on demand as well. So if you don't want, if you're just like, man, I want to watch this specific episode, you could watch this episode right now. It's going to be posted on the YouTube. So whenever you want, you can watch our stuff, which is pretty cool. Also, go ahead and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That'd be pretty cool, I think. We're trying to hit 1,000 by the end of the year, so that'd be really
Self-plug,
cool.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it. You got to have a shameless
We're
plug.
doing
I mean,
it.
seriously, you
Oh,
just
yeah.
got to. If you're on ASU-TV, you've got to do that.
Yes.
That's just mandatory. Gentlemen, thank you so much. Appreciate y'all for being here today. And that's going to do it for this edition of A-State Connections. I want to thank all my guests for today, Colby Thompson, Tristan Harlan, and of course we start off the show with Zoe Mathis. Thanks to all of them. Also want to thank Instructor of Creative Media Production, Galen Perkins, and his amazing students in Video Production 1 who are behind the scenes running the show today. Also, a big shout out to broadcast engineer Timmy Arquette and graduate assistant Sujita Karki for their help on the show today as well. Thanks for joining us, and so long, everyone.